And we're back for more Dark Souls. This episode I'm going to go fight Priscilla in the Painted World, which is an area that's accessible by using the peculiar doll, which I picked up in the previous part if you remember. I found that in the Undead Asylum, and that's an item that you can use to access the painting. So hang on. What I want to do is bring this back up. So that I can use it again. If I ever need to go back to that area that I was in, then I can teleport there now with the bonfire. Anyway, right, so this is this area, and there's lots of little ninja people in here. They can die in one shot now. I could run past all these guys, but I'll fight them. Because it's not really any hassle. I mean, I know in this playthrough that I just figured I'd show you the fastest and the best route, but really, I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't be fighting these guys so easy. Let me just unequip these throwing knives in case I accidentally use them. See, look, I mean, I let that guy hit me a lot of times there, and he didn't come close to killing me. So these guys aren't really any hassle at all. Take that, yeah, fucker. Right, come on, all three at once, bring it on. There is. Do you remember I knocked that chandelier down like 3 parts ago? Well, that's what happened there. 2 parts ago, maybe actually. No, it was probably like 3. Anyway, you can die. You'll find some armour over here, really heavy armour, and a weapon and a shield. So you approach the painting and you examine it. This only works if you have that doll, by the way. Like, otherwise it will just say that it doesn't work. So you find yourself in this strange painted world that was in the basically you're inside the painting. In a nice snowy wonderland. Okay, so really this is an area you can just blast through, like, no problem at all. I mean, there are some hidden things in it, but I'll leave that for you to explore. I'll just show you the fastest way through here. I'm just going to assume that you want to kill the boss, and that's it. This is an optional boss, by the way, I think I should mention. You really don't need to fight this boss, but I decided I'd do it because I don't see the optional bosses as optional. I like to just fight them. I feel as though they're in the game for you to kill, so why not do that? Watch out, these guys. See, when you kill these guys, like, they'll explode and they'll unleash a deadly toxin, which can and will kill you slowly. Okay, now I don't know if I'm going to get shit for this, but nah, you know what, I'm just going to keep going. I'll just go this way. It's really not that much faster. than the way that I was going to go. Let's just ignore these guys, they're crap. You can go all the way up there and get a PvP item, which is quite interesting, but I'm not going to do that. Because strictly this playthrough is just PvE, I'm not going to play with anyone else. Okay. They decided to give me that hit, which I don't really think I deserved, but I'll take it. Right, now what you want to do is head back this way and you can open a shortcut. See these guys? Fuck them, they're not going to harm you. You can just run right past them and they're not like protecting anything. So there's no point in killing them at all. Fucker. Right, so now that that's been taken care of, rest at this bonfire again. Leveling up is getting expensive. As I said, I'm going to show you the fast way to get to the boss. I mean, there's more than one way to skin a cat. That's a horrible expression, actually. More than one way to skin a cat? That's horrible. Anyway, this is the way that I would suggest. This dragon is not as tough as it looks. Shit. Just be careful of the claw. Anyway, you spit out this purple shit, which can make you toxic. Avoid the claw is does good damage, but it's really slow, and you should be able to avoid them most times. What happens is when he spews that toxin at you, just switch to the other side. And try not to run out of stamina. So that's the dragon dead. And you'll get yourself a little dragon scale over here. And some loot. Right, you'll find yourself with an obstacle. What you do is do a jumping attack, right? This is this dragon, see this dragon that we just fought there? This is its legs. If you do this jumping attack, then it will stand up and allow you to drop down. Watch out for these guys behind you, they could shoot arrows at you. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. Now we'll go in here and meet the boss. Like a boss. I've only got one Estus flask, but still that's not bothering me because it's such an easy boss. She's like, oh don't fight me, please don't fight me, and all that. And it's telling me, if you want, you can just leave this area and just go that way, and you can leave, but I'm going to fight her. Now she goes invisible, which sounds like a huge advantage, but it's really not. Just look for the footprints on the snow. See her? Over there? There we go. mean, it's not even likely that she's going to hit you in this fight at all. There you go. And if you cut off her tail, you can get a nice dagger, but obviously I didn't do that. And when you're ready to leave, walk the plank. Suicide attempt, there you go. And we're back here. I mean, you could fight all these guys, but I'm going to suggest that you just homeward bone out. It'll take you somewhere, I'm not sure where, but which bonfire it will take me to, but it could be trouble actually. Fuck. Right. This is the wrong bonfire. See, because I killed this guy, you might remember in the last part, she is this guy's friend and wants vengeance, basically. But if you do kill her, then you can get a Firekeeper's Soul, which you can use to upgrade your Estus Flask. But what that does mean is that this bonfire is now unusable. You cannot rest at that bonfire again, so unfortunately I'm going to have to go the long way. I'm just going to cut, and then I'll be back once I'm at the place that I want to be, okay? Just run to the nearest bonfire you can find. And we're back, and I just ran all the way through Sen's Fortress to get here, which now I'm going to show you how to access the new content, which is... there's a few loopholes you need to jump through to get to it, but hopefully by the next part I will be in the new content. So the first thing you have to do is kill the Hydra, which is in the Darkroot Basin, which is an area I don't think we've been to yet. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Anyway, we've arrived at Darkroot Basin, and there is a crystal lizard. Hey crystal lizard, wait for me! Haha. Okay, thank you. And I'm moving on. Just climb all the way down. There's an item up there, it's not useful to me, so I'm not going to take it. Okay, so kill these crystal golems here. These guys are pretty tough, actually. I was so close to a one-hit KO there. And on occasion they drop a blue titanite chunk, and if you are farming blue titanite, prepare to take a really long time if you want to do that. Because it will take ages. There we go. And you there, big man, come here. And be careful of the water, which the Hydra is shooting at you, because that can kill you, and it will also kill them, these guys. So try and avoid that at all costs. Just because you're fighting doesn't mean that they're going to stop shooting stuff at you. Right, now what you want to do is make your way down there. Get as close as you can without falling into the water. You can stand in this water, but it's deep. It gets deep at a certain point. When you get close, he will start attacking with his heads. Like this. This is quite hard to fight without a shield, because it means you need to actually dodge, which isn't always the easiest. Again, be ever mindful that the water stops there. If you go any further than that point, you will fall into the water and die. Fuck. Ah, I got an attack in. Pick up some knight armor if you want. As he gets less heads, he's easier to fight. I'm sure you can imagine. And he's down to one head. Nice shooting, man. Nice shooting. If you have a bow, you can finish him off with that. Instead, I think I'm going to use... See, because they will just keep repeatedly hitting the same place. Because they don't actually track where they are. I'm going to use throwing knives to finish him off. And there we go. That's the Hydra beaten. Now at this point I want you to go into the options and then choose quit game, and I'll explain why once I get back. So quit the game. And then once it loads up again, load your save file. And then run over to where the Hydra was, which is over there. So you just want to keep going until you get over there. This is a really long, boring run because you run very slow. And over here you should find one of these golems, a more powerful golem, which you need to kill. Okay, now from out of the golem springs a woman. You talk to her. Hiya.
It is thou who art most great. I come from so. My home, my hope. Would this be
Say yes.
my heartfelt thanks? The notion thou art seen.
Okay. Now what I want you to do is Homeward Bone. And then, actually before I go and do this, I'm going to go upgrade my Estus Flask, because it's pretty weak. And now what you want to do is warp to Anor Londo, which I can't use the bonfire, but you can still warp there, even if you've killed the Firekeeper. You don't need to kill these guys, but do remember that, see... Hang on, wrong button. See this chest here? That one is a trap. You should attack it instead of trying to open it. Just a word of warning. Fuck. Right, well, I forgot something. I forgot to place the Lord Vessel, which is an idiotic thing to forget, but I forgot to do it. What to do is you jump down here, down this hole, and you'll land here. And then you place the Lord Vessel on this altar. Yeah, the Lord Vessel is actually that big, and you've been carrying it around with you the whole time, which is insane, really. I mean, how do you even fight things? But now that you've done that, that door should open up, and I'm just going to cut over there. Okay, so this is me back, and this door is now open, and you'll find a boar at the end of this. Now, you can't stab this one up the bum like the other one, so what you need to do is do this and run back, and see right here there's an invisible wall that this boar cannot get past. Like, he'll stop whenever he gets to it, so you can use that to your advantage, obviously. And he'll keep attacking at you, but he can't get through. Now this is the way you'd usually go if you wanted to fight Seath, who is one of the end bosses of the game. So you'd go this way to get to him, but you need to fight this boar first, which is quite boring. Do you get it? Do you get it? Guys, give it up. This time, this fight is going to be a little harder with this boar. Try and use the pillars to keep him away from you. And that's that. No, he's dropped one too. Okay. So this is the bonfire, and I'm going to level up a bit, stick more points in faith. Notice that now I'm level 60, which is kind of a normal soul level to be at. I mean, I've not been dying nearly as much as some of the other people who are playing it, so I'm going to be a bit of a higher soul level than some people, because you'll just be losing souls. But yeah, that's kind of normal. That's a kind of normal sort of level to be. So you want to go up this lever, elevator type thing. Kill this dude. These guys are pretty tough. They take a lot of damage, but I've got a pretty powerful sword, so it's pretty easy for me. Okay, I think just one more I've got to kill. Right, now this guy is the one you want to attack. He's the guy that drops the item that you need. And he's pretty tough compared to the other ones you've fought. And he drops the broken pendant, which you're going to need right now. Now, I'm going to teleport back to the... Darkroot Basin. So I'm at the Darkroot Basin, and what I want you to do is go back to the area where you saved that woman. You need to go right back there. So I'm just going to skip it this time though. So when you get here, you will find a strange glow over here. And once you go over to investigate, shit is going down. Now, I realise that this is new. This new content is going to be new, so I'm gonna say right now that if you haven't seen this and you want to keep it fresh and you don't want it spoiled for you, leave now. Okay? I'll give you a few seconds to do that. Okay, now, so everyone who's decided to stay, you check this out and this happens. So giant hand grabs you and pulls you into the portal. And you find yourself in the Sanctuary Guardian. And I am going to end this part here because I've got a tough fight ahead of me. So join me next time where we'll take on the Sanctuary Guardian. Bye.